Okay, welcome to Triple M Ghana, the H9 Business Games presentation. My name is Kudzai Olokani. Just want to thank you all for taking your time to join us tonight. We'll be doing the final presentation for the Business Games. This is the last day, the last meeting for batch 9. Okay, so we're waiting for Mr. Francis to share with us the document in the chat box so that everyone can see what you'll be talking about, what you'll be presenting about. Okay. Okay, without wasting much time, let me locate it myself. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to post it in the chat box, everyone. I'm going to post it in the chat box. There you go. I've just posted in the chat box. Everyone, you can click on it. You can check it out. Mr. Williams, I got your document. Okay, sorry, I sent it to one person. Done. Yeah, you can check the document in the chat box. Mr. Williams, are you still with me? Mr. Williams?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, I've just shared the document in the chat box. Go to meeting. Everyone else has the access now. Okay, so when you be doing the presentation, remember that you don't have to read each and every word. You just be explaining what's on the document. Okay, you be paraphrasing. You don't read. You don't have to read word to word. You understand?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir. You can take over from here.
Okay. Good day, house. Good day, house. Can everybody hear me loud and clear? If you can, please rate my sound projection. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First, this is Ghana Guidance School, the business game presentation. I will be explaining more about MMM on what we have done so far. Although we have so many presenters who will put heads together in presenting this presentation, and I really appreciate their effort so far. The case study we used was Nigeria, and we were able to analyze the population that Nigeria has, the kind of language they spoke. We were also able to analyze the currency they use, the populated city, and their capital, the kind of ethnic groups they have. We were able to analyze that about Nigeria. And we did a little SWOT analysis about Nigeria. One of the strengths that Nigeria have is they have good quality products. They are innovative and creative. They deal much on crude oil mining. And the opportunities we were able to find in Nigeria was that they have more chance to expand markets, both local and overseas. That was one of the opportunities that we found that Nigeria have. The Nigerians have taste in knowing and appreciating other people's products. We also find that as one of the opportunities. The weakness we could find in Nigeria is they have lack of language translator in terms of communication. They don't have much translators. And the threats that we also have, that we find that Nigeria have, is that they have political disabilities. They have influx of cheap goods. In other words, Nigerians prefer to buy cheap goods than the expensive one, irrespective of the quality of the product. That was what we are able to find out. The main purpose why we are all presenting this, I hope you are all hearing me. Are you all hearing me?
We can hear you, but there's a background noise.
Please go ahead.
You can go ahead, sir.
Are you all hearing me?
Please go ahead. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you.
Your background is noisy. We can hear you, but
So,
the background is interfering.
Okay, the objectives we were able to get from Nigeria, not from Nigeria really, as in the main reason, the reason why we are presenting, why we presenters are presenting, is to establish and sustain MMM in Nigeria. That was our main purpose, to create, to throw more light on people to know more about MMM in Nigeria. Now we're given different tasks of the day. The task one that we're given, the question was that we've received all information needed in order to become managers or leaders in the MMM global community. Now, you have an important task. Enter a new country and develop MMM global there. This new country will be Nigeria. As a starting resource, you have internet, a team, knowledge received in the school, and $50,000. Within an hour, you have to develop a plan of action for a week. You must specify the number of registration and contribution you will achieve over this period. And we are given 40 minutes to do all this. Quite impressive. We were able to do that. We do some solutions. And I don't know if you mind. I know we all have the documents, so there's no point in me sharing the document any longer. We did the solution task, and we were able to come out through teamwork. Some people commented, some just did some highlights, and we took everybody's comment into consideration, and we rated as due to the people who did the highest comment, as in terms of people who came with the highest ideas. We put them into consideration. We said one of the things we were to do in the first week, since we're given a task one, we broke them into weeks. And we said the first week, what we are going to do is we will sharing threads. We'll create a Facebook account, add people from Nigeria, and then publish MMM. We'll organize seminars at 3 locations, cities of Abuja. We took Abuja as a case study. We said that we'll be branding some shirts and flyers. We'll place banner and other promotional material strategies. We'll place it in popular places like airports, train stations, hotels, malls, and eateries to publish MMM. And the official language we'll be using in writing this will be the popular language, the lingua franca of Nigeria, which is English. And we analyzed that we made some expenses, which will be, we did some little expenses on traveling and accommodation. We paid some translators. We'll do some blogger or social media team and seminars. We did some expenses. And at the long run, our total expenses was of about $27,350 out of the $50,000 which we were given. So we did $27,350. That was our total cost of expenses. That was expensive for 1 week. And then actual number of registration participants at the first week, we were able to register 200 persons according to the presentation, with the average of $300 per participant, which amounted to $60,000 on the computer. Far bigger. It's bigger than what we were given to present. In other words, we are progressing for the first week. So after the second week, we were given a another task again, and the task was a week has passed, which is the week which was passed. The average contribution to the structure is around $100. That was the average, not the maximum. Under the regulation of MMM Global, you must provide at least 30% growth in terms of participant payments, starting with the first contribution. Your task is to calculate how many new members and contributions you have to ensure in the next 3 weeks in order to be able to make the required payment to other participants. It is necessary to write down your plan of action for the next 3 weeks. Under the above conditions stated, point out what resource you need and how you are going to use them. The number of new participants and money, that's the number of new participants who registered, the money which they registered during this period. We are going to analyze them, and we're given 40 minutes to do the task. Fine, quite right. Within the 40 minutes, we put heads together and are able to come out with an idea. Are you all there?
We are here.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, here.
So
Yeah.
within so we did this and we were able to come out with a plan. So we took some plan from the very first time which we entered to the by publishing, doing some adverts both on social media and on WhatsApp. We organize roadshow within Nigeria. We carry out training for new members and how to GH upload, POP, confirm receipt, and other relevant issues which they might face. And we're able to show them some video, testimony video from YouTube, which is from other countries. So we took Thailand as a case study, or probably South Africa, to show them that these are people who have successfully PH in the community, and we are rest assured that MMM is for real. And we distribute t-shirts. We distributed t-shirts. They didn't pay for it. That was on gratis. We distributed t-shirts to encourage them and face cap in order to promote the community. In other words, when someone see the t-shirt on them, they can easily say, where is this coming from? And person we're proud to say is from MMM, and explain more like MMM, thereby registering that new participant. That was our main aim. That was what we were able to do for week 2 to 4 plan. And the expenses which we spent during that total expenses was amounted to $15,450. So, and if we were to add the first expenses which we had, which was $27,350, plus this new one, we amounted to $42,800, which will be left with a balance of $7,200. Now, our expected revenue for week 2 to 4, contribution in the first week was about $60,000, and the 30% of that should be $18,000. For the new ones, for the new starter, that's the normal 30%. And as we're given 10% of referral bonus, which is $6,000 that will be distributed, and 5% of guidance bonus, which is $3,000 that will be distributed. So at the total, we are having $97,000. Though we didn't put registration bonus due to not everybody who might be able to get to the registration bonus stage. So that's why we didn't put it. So number of new participants required within that week, well, within the week of week 2 to 4, we were able to come up with $97,000. So in other words, we were able to come out with 324 new participants for the new weeks, and it was approved. Later on, we were given task 3, which it was stated that a month has passed. You are now a 100 manager. The same plan for another month. on the basis of the result of previous calculation. Take into account the dynamic of growth, the number of new participants and contributions for the new 4 weeks. We were given 20 minutes to do this. We all put heads together once again as a team, and we came up with another idea. That's 3 activities for the second month. We did continuation because the strength of MMM lies in the participants. So for the community to sustain, new members need to come in, and the old members need to continue the PH. So we did another advert, the same way we did visit motherless babies home, distribute goods, we distribute promotional materials to people in shopping malls, airports, just to publish MMM. And our expenses so far, as at then, our expenses cost $7,200 roughly. And if we sum up everything, it amounts to $50,000 which we were given. In other words, we have no balance left. So the expected revenue for the second month was that week 1 we had 200 participants who registered. Week 2 we have 524 participants summation. So the first contribution was that the week 2 to 4 participants with a minimum PH of $300 were given $157, and the 30% of $157,200 was about $47,160, with a referral bonus of $2,720. Now, starter bonus. We just did the rough calculation of $10,480, and a video of happiness $7,860, and guidance bonus $7,860. Total payments to be made in the second month was about $246,280, which is the minimum contribution to be made in the second month. So now, the number of new participants required to pay this amount, the above amount, we made a division by the minimum amount, which is $300, and we found out that it was $820. It is our expectation that 524 participants registered. The entrance will be, if we subtract the normal one which was available, the new participant that we have, which is 524, from the new one which we are to get, we are having 297 new entrants. So that was what we were able to get. And on the day task 4, we give another task, and the task stated that after 2 months, you have the number of participants and participants which you calculated earlier, which is the 297. Now, you should calculate what you need to organize within the next 2 weeks. A week after the start of the new month, there is a local Nigerian holiday which is celebrated during a week. Respectively, in this period, the number of registration falls by 75%. Make a plan of action from a month. What resources and how you should use them. Specify the amount of contribution and participants necessary for the development of the community. We should take note that $50,000 is given only once. Later on, you should use the free resource from the community. And we're giving 40 minutes. And now, we have exhausted our $50,000 that we were given. So the strategies we were able to put on was that we will encourage our old participants to re-PH, while we will work on getting new participants as well, which is normal. The holiday period is also an opportunity to make ourselves more present at airports, hotels, metro stations, recreational parks. We will place adverts about MMM in the national newspaper and grant interview on radio and television. Although sometimes they may not really allow us to, but we hope. We will intensify effort on social media as more people will access their social media account during this period, which is true because they're on holiday. We will train consultants to respond to online require videos, chat, and video calls. So the expenses for the third month, though we have exhausted all our $50,000, now the logistic with Babcock and Everance, which we used, our expenses was amounted to a total cost of $8,300. So the total expense for the third month is $300 float to be resource from the system. So, and that from the system was about $20,000. And if we do the subtraction, we are left with $11,700. Now, expected contribution in the third month was that the old participants, which is about 524, and the new participants which we had earlier, 297, make a total of 821 people will make a minimum contribution, and it will be amounting to 246,300. So the expected contribution in this month will be the 821,000 with their contribution, and the 30% of what they contributed, which is 73,890, their referral bonus, the start bonus, guided bonus, and the video of happiness bonus. So after the calculation of everything, we were able to amount to 375,000, which we are going to pay out. Plus the float expenses, we tend to be raised, which is 20,000 for this purpose. So everything now is amounting to $395,390. Number of new participants required, we divided it by $300, which is the minimum donation. And we found out that we need about 1,318 participants. Our old participants were 800 old participants. They have to replenish. So if when we did the subtraction, we knew that we were left with 518 new entrants. So as at tax 4, we continued with it, with the presentation, and we found out that the 1,318 participants were able to raise $395,390. Expected amount of participants broken down as follows. We said week 1 we did 330, week 2 329, week 3 we did 329, week 4 we did 330, and everything is amounting to 1,318 participants. Due to this holiday, the second week of the third month, our session in week 2 of the month dropped by 75%. So if you drop 75%, the actual result is as follows, which you are seeing there. I hope you are following me. When it falls by 75%, we realized that we were shortened by 246 participants. In the contribution, we are also shortened by $73,790. So we were given another business game. That's 5. And it was clear that despite the fact that your plan worked out, you do not have enough new registrations and new contributions to cover the cost of the current contribution. Moreover, you have a reduction of the amount of contribution. It is necessary to analyze the plan of action in this situation. What are the resources? How many participants or contribution needed to get this situation resolved? Due to lack of funds, there are delays in payment, The old participants, seeing that, neither make their own contribution nor attract new members. Despite your plan of action for the next month, describe your plan of action for the next month, What solution will you invent and what action will you actually take? State the action to provide help and registration that are expected in the new month. Are we all there?
Yes, we are here.
Yeah, we are with you.
Okay. Is there another presenter in the house? Any other presenter in the house? Okay. Since there is none, no problem. Let me continue. Okay. Now, for the task 5, we put our plan of action. In addition to our activities under the plan 4, which was above, we started a guidance school for participants to motivate them, and with available for more bonus. That was a guidance bonus. It's expected that the old participants will repay more money, and they will also work hard to register downlines. We will conduct seminars and roadshow once again in cities and outside. So we did a contribution, I expect a contribution for the month. The total participants at end of third month were 1,072 people. The old ones were 800 and the new ones was 272. Total contribution at the end of the third month was about 321,600. Expected contribution in the fourth month was the participants, which was 1,072. They were able to contribute $321,600. And the normal 30% growth, the repair bonus, the starter bonus, everything was amounting to $375,390 plus the float expenses incurred, which is $30,000. Everything was amounting to $395. That was on that tax 4. Now, the number of new participants required to pay the amount was about 1,318 participants. There was expectation that the old participants will be plus new entrants will be 518 new people. Expenses for the fourth month logistics. We did all our expenses as usual, printing of on t-shirts, terminals, flyers, like translator needed and everything. All our expenses was amounting to 18,300. And when we did a summation, we found out that our balance carried forward, which we carried forward, was about 1,700. So the details get help and bonus. The PH balance were 2,820,000. The registration was 10,000. It's a drop in the new registration due to what happened recently. Total PH available was the 2,830,000. Total new participants of last month was 1,600 times 300, which is 80,000. New analysis. So we grouped everything into one, and we found out that the new participant was able to pay $704,000. So then we analyze the details of getting help and their bonuses. 2,500 old participants with the 3,000 at least $3,000, $300. The total of owed amount was about $6,045,000. And that of the new participant was roughly amounting to 2,000 from their PH. We tried their PH from their GH, and we found out that we are left with a balance of 3 million to be paid out. To get the contribution resolve, we would require a contribution of about 4 million to pay the 3 million out. We would also require participants of about 1,500 contributing 300 to join the system in order to overcome this deficit and resolve this situation. So the calculation targeting found out that 14,500 targets will be needed to reach that amount. On the taxes, we're given a delay in payment increased to 7 days. Referral activities almost reduced to 0. The old members do not attract anyone to and do not make contributions to. In virtue of this situation, a pause mode is implemented. I want to talk about a pause mode. A pause mode is the mode that participant will not be able to engage, and also nobody is able to engage, but we can PH. We can provide help, but we cannot do any help within the community. So I can see that as maybe someone taking over or what. No.
Hello, Mr. William. Can I take over, please?
Sure. Let the mentor decide on that.
Okay, you can give him his chance. Thank you so much, Mr. Williams.
Okay. Yeah, good evening, everyone. This Kwasi Muritala. I'm one of the present students in the batch 9 Ghana MMM Ghana business and Ghana Ghana school. I want to really say a very good and well done to Mr. Williams. He has really tried doing justice to most of the tasks that were given to us. Now, to continue from where he stopped, we are on the tax 6, and in tax 6, hello, can anyone hear me there? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Hello. Okay, thank you. So now we are on tax 6, and in tax 6 during this month there were delay in payments, which increased to 7 days. So most of our referrals, the activities of our referrals were almost reduced to 0. So, and then the old members, they do not attract anyone, and they do not also make contributions to. Because of this situation, the post mode is implemented, in which all the old Mavros are frozen, and then which is going to be available for withdrawal when the situation will be right itself. So new contribution grows as per old conditions, which are not frozen and available as usual, and act to make our plan of actions for another. So first and foremost, we need to let the people know what the post about. So I believe with this, it will clear the issue of panic, because they will have been able to know, have more knowledge on why they've not been able to GH or getting some of their money out of the system. So the following are our action plan, so which we try to analyze, and which we believe by putting all these in place go a long way in helping us calm the audience, and restore the community back to. Firstly, we try to organize meeting with all the members. With all the guidance and the leaders in the system. So in this meeting, we try to introduce them to the necessity of pause mode. Why do we need to go into pause mode? Because they are more closer to the ordinary participants, and I believe they will be able to guide them through and give the knowledge they need to know about what pause mode is. Then we also try to draw out our action plan on meeting our target of 14,000 participants, 14,000 new participants. And also we all the 1K guiders to provide help of about 20% of referral bonuses. We can start giving 10% extra from old Marvel in the system. So if system developers and if system develops better, new participants will join and old participants engage so as to take advantage of the additional new participants that will join, and 10% okay, and to take the advantage of the additional 10%. So through this means the system can restabilize without falling into mode. Also, we try to continue to intensify more effort on our online and our offline activity. So these, I think, we aim at expanding the numerical strength of the community. So also we try to move to the nearby cities of the country. So we try to bring them, introducing the ideology of the MMM to them, so that for them having the knowledge of the program, of how this, from there we might be able to get more new participants, which other way around we reduce the total of the participants that required to pay participants. I hope people are with me. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir. We can hear you loud and clear.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear.
Can somebody hear? Okay. Thank you, my mentor. So we also organize side events in higher institutions, in campuses within Nigeria, alongside a telecom provider. So because we believe most of the people that are engaged, that mostly engage in this community, they are the youth. So we try to move around the higher institutions so that we can of the triple M to them. Then we let them know what advantage they can get from that, and we believe from doing that we will be able to get more people to join the system. So also we try to target. We have targeted audience, like moving to the marketplaces, moving to the airport, going to school. We meet with teachers and the primary school teachers to hospitals where we can meet with knowledge and business people. So we try to be able to, get closer and give the ideology, have the ideology of and so that they be able to participate in the program. So the following are the expenses in which we incur for the 5th month. So firstly, we incur the transportation arrangement within Nigeria was about 800. Hotel accommodation and food cost us about 2,000. Then we also engage in a charity donation to charity houses, which also cost us like 2,000. We made we made payments to bloggers for them to help us, to create blogs so that we can send online to all the different social medias. So with that, we incur the cost of about 300, and then we also cost on it. So we incur about 200 also. So offline event and training, stroke printing of publicity materials, newspaper adverts, and radio jingles also cost us about 2,500. Also, training of leaders and miscellaneous expenses cost us about 1,000. So altogether, we incur a total expenses of 9,800, and we have a balance carried forward of 15,900, which happens to be we have a balance of 15,009, and we deduct the expenses that we incurred of 9,800. So we have a net balance of $6,100 US. So that takes us to tax 7. The tax 7, we were given the fact that our efforts have been insufficient to the situation. So it starts, all the old marvels are removed. We start to work from the beginning. Seriously negative impacts of the members and unfavorable responses. 1 or 2 negative articles in the mass media, and you have to make a start in such conditions. So a plan of action under specified conditions for a month. So in order to tackle this situation, despite all our efforts, despite all the action plan that we put in place, we still can't meet up with the total required number of new participants that we needed. So in order for the system to go into extinction, we have to start, a restart mode was put in place. Now, for us to continue to going, the following are the action plans that we decided to put in place. Firstly, we carry out an analysis of our strengths. Are we truly making use of the strengths that we have? We look at the weaknesses. How have we? What have we been able to do towards our weaknesses? We look at the opportunities. What opportunities do we have to effectively and efficiently utilize this opportunity? And we look at the threats. What have we done about the threats? So because it stopped and it has also entered into a restart mode. So after which, we also try to analyze our strengths and opportunities and have faith in them to develop a line of action. So actions to be implemented are the following. One, we should implement new regulations. By one, we should organize regular meetings at this point in time. Make new guiders, train old and past. So we need to increase the number of participants there. So the more new guiders we have, the more our information will be able to get across to people, because the guiders are more closer to the participants and they will be able to be passing across to them the salient information which the ordinary participants may not be able to have in the guiders meeting. Secondly, we include some bonus offers. So we now decided that if new participants make PH of more than $500, they will get $50 position bonus. We believe with this, it will entice more people to come into the situation, just like we have sometimes in some parts of the country. MMM is really active. When such a situation like this came up, 20% bonus was introduced, which at least increased the coming into the system new participants, and the old participants also were also able to increase their commitment to the community. So the following are analysis and action in continuation to the one I've just stated out. Yeah, bonus of guiders and leaders. So if any leader registers 10 new participants with $200 of PH each, they get bonus of 5% along with the referral bonuses. And the fourth one that we stated here, we follow up on our charity project. MMM's humanitarian gestures are endless and mean well for the people. Then the fifth one here, that we can introduce extra 5% or 10% bonuses to participants who can act and shoot quality videos that we publish online via various social media about how MMM has changed lives for better. So after implementing all this, the system will begin to work again properly. As new PH will be introduced into the system, all participants will become to have revitalized faith in the system and begin to, and the system will become more fortified. Expenses that were incurred for this action for the 6 months include the following. So particular amounts in US dollars, the transportation arrangement within Nigeria is $800. Hotel accommodation and food, 2,800. Donations to charity, 500. Payments to bloggers for online promotion. Payment for service of translators to events and so print publicity materials cost 500, and we have a balance carry forward was 6,001, and the total expenses we incur was 5,006. So we have a balance of $500 US. I think with these being put in place, the system will definitely come back to be active as it used to be, and both new and old participants will continue their normal PHing and GHing, and together we are all going to make the world a better and brighter for all and for each and every one of us to live. Together, we change the world. Thank you.
Okay, nice one there, sir. Thank you for your teamwork.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Olafu and Mr. Williams and the rest of batch 20, batch 9, Ghana, for all your contribution. It couldn't be possible for one person to achieve all that. I'm glad that was your man, and I'm proud of you. Job well done, guys. Tonight we're in the
Thank you.
great presence of Mr. Zwane. Okay, we have Triple M officials, Mr. Vandile Zwane. He is going to unmute his microphone and just share a little words of wisdom with you before we say bye-bye. Okay, Mr. Zwane, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, sir. You can take over from here. Thank you.
Okay, can you hear me, everyone?
Can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, great. Good evening. As you know, it's way past time because we are not from the same location. But as you understand, maybe some people will be asking, what is this Triple M? First of all, a Triple M is a participant. It only involves participants. There are no robots. Why am I saying there are no robots? Some participants will ask questions that maybe they think the administration team, that is CRO. Okay, there's the difference between a mentors and a CRO. Mentors, they mentor participants, mark tasks and so on. Then CRO is the Central Reservations Office that deals with queries, issues, and developments of the system. In Triple M, there are no robots because whatever is done in Triple M, it involves people and participants. The disadvantages of people, it's always one and nothing more. People sleep, and that's the fact. They do not work 24/7. So if you have an issue, be patient. It will be solved. Not in your nearest time, but it will be solved because we are dealing with people who are not working 24/7, 365 days without being tired. Understand the second part. Why is Triple M participants? Triple M is it involves participants because it's just a community that always stick to the point to say we donate funds to one another. You will not donate money to a machine. You will not donate money to your ATM. Here you will see a name of a participant where you will be able to donate your money to. The first statement that you need to understand about Triple M is Triple M is when you have spare money and you want to donate. You will donate to people who are in need. When you are in need, when you have donated, you will be rewarded 30% from your donation. This donation is not a money machine. You will be able to get assistance when you need assistance from participants when they have their spare money. I will just read a sample. Okay, sorry guys, I lost network there. The problem is I've just arrived to another room, so I had to connect to the other network of the other room. Okay, apologies for the disturbances, network failure. We left here where we said, I want to read you a statement where one is to understand the fundamentals of the Triple M community. This is a community where you help, okay, this is a community you help when you have spare, and when you are in need, those who have spare will surely assist you. So here you do not send money in terms of investments and so on. There is no investments in Triple M. So you need to understand when you are writing your SWOT analysis that you do not invest, you are donating an amount to certain people who are in need. Those people who are in need will then be the ones who will receive assistance from you when you send your assistance, because if we do not have a system, people will be claiming figures that they do not even have, or the figures that they didn't even donate with. Let me just say today, let us donate an amount to certain number of people. How many people will come and claim back their funds? That's why we have a Triple M system. Triple M is divided into two parts, where there is a Triple M community and a Triple M system. A Triple M system is a system that revolves around the centuries of this time around, because now we're using technology, systems, and so on. So you have a system that will assist the workflow of the community's benefits, or the workflow of the community's demands, that is donating funds from one person to the other. The system links participants from one end to the other end 24/7. So that's the only machine that works to link names. That's what you need to understand. It doesn't link money. There is no money involved in this system. The system only allocates names, which you write which you give to the system when you log in. You do not send money to the system. That is why it does not give out money, but you only receive a name where you will be able to send your money to. That's your donation. If you ever happen to see an account number that links to the system and not to a participant, report it to your support. It is failure of the rules of Triple M. There are no rules, as you understand, but there are certain rules of the system. The community does not have any rules, but the system has rules. The rules are, you need to PH to someone within the allocated time. The community doesn't have a rule, because you do not PH if you do not want to PH. You are not forced to PH. Let's continue to the part where it says you donate money and be rewarded. The system takes the certain portion of figures, not money. We're not talking about money, because the system does not input money. It input figures that you type into that PO to say, I want to donate a certain amount. When you donate a certain amount, the system doesn't know that you have donated. That is why you'll have to come back with feedback to the system with proof of payment attachment. You will have to attach to say, system, I've allocated, I've paid that participant a certain amount of money. Please record this transaction. The system will definitely record that transaction. But will it confirm it? Not at all, because you have sent the money. But does the system know that the person has received the money? That is why the other person, who is the receiver or known as the recipient, will have to confirm the funds. Once confirmation has been done, once confirmation has been done, you will see maybe blue Mavro or green Mavro. That is not money. It's a record of whatever you have provided help or donated. There's nobody in this system. Money is with participants in the community. The system is just assisting the workflow of assigning people, translating humankind language to systematical language. Because here you just type your numbers and people send proof of payment and others confirm. That's how you talk to the system. So when you have confirmed the participants' money, that Mavro will be green on the one who have sent money to the other participant. That Mavro is not money. It is a record of your transaction or your donation. Whatever you will get from the community is what is written on that Mavro. You will not get more than what is written in your Mavro. That is what I'm saying. The system only writes, records, stores, and gives out figures to people who want to partake or participate in this community. So if you have 10,000 GHs, that is the currency of Ghana, 10,000 GHs, you will not ask help of 11,000 GHs because the system says you are capable of asking 11,000 GHs. Where did that 11,000 GHs come from? The 11,000 GHs come from to say you have provided help of 10,000 GHs and the system is just incrementing the figures on its own, not the money. If it was incrementing money, the money that is in your bank or in your pocket, it should increase. But in this case, no, it does not increase. But the figures on the system, they increase. After increment of that amount of that figures in the system, there will be maybe 11,200 GHs. So if this 11,200 GHs, you will ask below maybe 7,000 GHs, 2,000 GHs, but not more than 11,200 GHs. Why is that possible? Because that's the incrementation, that's the growth of your Mavro figure balance. Mavro is not money, but it is a record. Why am I saying it's a record? People have learned mathematics in their school to say you do not write an answer as a numeral only. If we're talking about apples, you have to say, I have stolen 2 apples. I have stolen 5 apples. So what is the figure, the name of the figures that we're working with this system is Mavro. Mavro is not money, but it is the name of the figures that we're working with. So if you want to understand the system, know that the money is not with the system. Even if you are blocked, no money has been lost because your money is in your pocket. If your money is, you have sent your figures to someone else, maybe you have provided help and you find your account blocked, you do not have to worry because even if you are blocked on your account, the system has recorded your transaction. Let's say there was no system. Where will you get that funds? If I am asleep, I'm the one who's writing down all your transactions and you want to GH and I'm asleep. Where will you find me? Where will you contact me? Like how many participants? In Triple M, we are over 200 million worldwide. Not Ghana alone. Countries to say, Nigeria, Kenya, Angola, Uganda, South Africa, Namibia, Botswana, Lesotho. Too many countries. Tanzania, out of Africa, Myanmar, Philippines. As you go around, Brazil, you can search China, Australia, Spain, Argentina, all those countries. I may never end the list, but as you understand, Triple M is all over the world. If we're 200 million, will I be able to participate, not to participate, will I be able to link 200 million participants to each other if I am a human being and I have to sleep? So that's why I'm saying Triple M is not saving money for anyone. It is just allocating people to one another. That's the Triple M system. The Triple M community is participants. That's the second part. Participants work with feelings, attitude towards the environment. Reason being, participants have fear. That's the critical part that is looked into this system. The system doesn't know what you think. You can say, I want to pH, but when the order comes, you do not pH. Why is that? One, attitude. Two, it's human mankind. You were asleep when the order came out. So that's why the Triple M system doesn't know what happens to the Triple M community. But as the Triple M community, you need to keep the system in touch. Tell the system what you want to do. Tell the system what you need. The system will definitely look that for you. If you want to talk to support, you write onto the system to say, support, this is my error. Then support will be able to communicate with you through the system. They don't call you using phone. They don't write your email. They just communicate through the system. So understand, the system is just a single middleman that does everything for both community and administration and so on all over the world. Don't say the system has taken your money. Don't say the system I'm blocked and the system has taken the money. The system doesn't even know how much you have given. You can falsify it to say I provided help of 10,000 GHs whilst you have not even provided anything. You fake proof payment there. Everything that you do is just a fake proof of payment, fake confirmations and so on. The system will believe you because it does not have any eyes, sensors to know what you are doing on the Triple M community side. That is why we say Triple M community is just participants. The system can be there, but without participants, it will not function because no one will be telling it to provide help. No one will be telling it to look for other people who need help, people who want to provide help. It needs you. If you sit back and look into the system with your eyes, nothing it will do. It will just sit back also, look at you, want you to touch it, maybe to write something to it. It only depends on you. That's the Triple M community. Nothing more, nothing less. You just donate funds whatsoever you want to donate. So if you link Triple M system to the Triple M community, you will better understand how Triple M community work. We are 200 million, so you need to understand. That's why I said we are not, support is not robots, administration are not robots, even participants are not robots. Participants can be allocated, but they cannot pay today because they have not seen the order. Distances, travel documents, and so on, whatever they need to be able to pay that order. So do not stress out other participants. Just notify participants you have an order. If that participant pay you or it doesn't pay you, the system will say you did not pay, and it will block that person and will look for another one to pay you. So there is no way that the Triple M community will not be able to, the Triple M system will not be able to look for another participant to pay your request, because here we are assisting each other. You are GHing because you needed assistance. So why not the system will just say no one wants to pay you, so you will sit there. No, it will just look for other people who will be able to assist you. Then there are two fundamentals, the local currency and Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is all over the world, so it's allocated all over the world. Make sure you send the correct assistance to people all over the world. Do not send out figures that you do not even understand and think you are assisting people. The system knows how many Bitcoins you need to send. So the participant will have to verify the Bitcoins you have sent. And if those Bitcoins do not match, the participant who needs to receive has the right not to confirm your order. CRO will not confirm the order automatically, but you will be blocked because you have falsified the system, that you have provided the accurate assistance that the other participant needs. So thank you very much, Ghana participants. Let's hope you will be able to strike this community high, because it is you in Ghana. So you need to understand that Triple M is not robots, but it's not even not a machine or whatever. It's just participants who decide to assist each other with spare money. Mark the words: help when you have spare, and when you are in need, those who have spare will surely assist you. That's how you need to understand the Triple M community. So that's what the words would say for Ghana page 9. Thank you so much, everyone. Good night.
Thank you so much, Mr. Zwani, for your words of wisdom. Okay, guys, you heard for yourself what you need to clarify wherever you go. We hope that with the information, with the tools, with the techniques, with the skills that we shared with you throughout the guidance school, you are fully equipped. You are advised to stay in your Skype groups. If you have anything as guiders, you're always welcome to type in. Another guider will help you. Maybe if they cannot help, I'll always be there. So even after you graduated, you're advised to stick to your Skype group. You can create your WhatsApp and WhatsApp for your downliners as well. But you need to always to stay intact with your class. Okay, so officially the Guided School classes for Ghana Batch 9 is come to an end. Congratulations to those who made it so far. Good luck with building and growing your teams. It was such a bliss. It was a blessing. I learned a lot from you, and hopefully you did learn a lot from me as well. May you continue to work as a team and assist each other where possible. In this community, we continue to help each other throughout. This is not a journey for individuals, but a teamwork. Thank you. Bye-bye.